Hi, I'm Ethan 2, or you could call me by my real name, which is Bobby, and I'm filling in on bass with Alien Weaponry on this tour. We're out on tour at the moment with Black Label Society and Black Dahlia Murder, and I'm just going to show you all of the gear that I use as a bass guitarist. So, this is the first bad boy that we use, and it's a Specter Bass, which Alien Weaponry is endorsed by, and it's a beautiful red flamed maple top. Red seems to be the color of the day. And we got it from a dude who'd made some mods to it. Basically, it's still got Specter controls, but it's got a few different EQs than what the original comes with. It's a Specter NS 2005. Yeah, I think that's basically what it is. A 5-string. I tune it to B standard for most of the set, and we use Dahlia strings, which we're also endorsed by. The lowest one is a 135, which I tune to B standard, and it's got a brass nut up here, which all the NS 2000s came with, apparently, as far as I know. It's actually not my bass, it belongs to Neil, he's our front of house guy. He's been kind enough to let me use it. Basically, I just run the volume as full as it goes. This is, I think, low end. To be honest, I don't really know dick about it. This is the low end, I think this is the mids, and that's the top. I don't fucking... But basically, I just like fiddled around with it, found a tone that I really liked and what worked well for me, and then rolled with it basically, and haven't touched it since. And yeah, so that's basically that one. So this is the other bass that I use. It's a KSD Burner, or a Ken Smith. I bought this 6 years ago when I first started playing bass. I played guitar for 7 years, and then I bought this and loved it ever since. It's a 5-string with a flame maple top. What's it called? Solid body, bolt-on for bolts. I screwed up the tuning pegs, so they're aftermarket. Usually they're gold, nice and shiny, but it was all I could find when I was in Germany with one day to get some freshies. It's got a 2-way band, it's got coil tap, which is cool. Passive pickups, also on the other Specter that had EMG pickups as well. But yeah, these are just the KSD brand soap bars. It's got a nice finish, I really like this top. I've kind of dug a few holes into it because I play pretty hard with my fingers. The only thing I don't like about it is the actual length of the pickup itself. It feels like it's almost like a 6-string pickup on a 5-string bass, so there's like quite a distance between where you rest your thumb and the first string, which means when you're playing up on the higher ones, unless you're playing freehand, it's kind of shit. But, you know, it's first bass, and I've never really bought anything since, so I can't really complain. I tune this bass to B standard, but I drop this to a C sharp. So this is usually an E, and I drop that down to a C sharp, and it kind of lends itself to have some interesting things because, I mean, that's your octave there, I guess. So you would say that's like, so that's your C sharp, and there's your C sharp octave here. So it's kind of, it's appropriate for me in this band with these songs because our tunings are basically B standard on a 7-string with Lewis, and then he tunes his 6 strings to D or C sharp. And basically I just move the 1 string and everything kind of follows from there. It's pretty chill. Yeah, so this is obviously a pedal board built pretty much by the band. This is what Ethan uses when he plays with Alien Weaponry. So, I mean, we have different pedal boards in the US and in Europe, and also they have one in New Zealand as well that's set up exactly the same way. Basically, we've got the Line 6 Relay G70, which actually gives us a bit of shit sometimes, which is a bit of a bummer. But I mean, as far as wireless units go, they seem to be pretty reliable. And we run through this weird thing called the sound blocks too, which we use for Kai-Tung guitar, which step on that, and it's actually a real cool piece of kit, but I haven't had the time to really fuck around with it too much. But it is a cool piece of gear. Then I go into this Sansamp bass driver D1. It's programmable. It's a really cool thing. The Specter that I was talking about before is kind of hot coming out, so I use this channel. And then when I bring in the Ken Smith for the rest of the set, I change it to this channel, just so I can match the volumes and kind of the tones, so that when I'm sending all that signal to front of house, it's somewhat stable for our sound tech, so he doesn't freak out and go, fuck, look at these levels. We use this big fucking spaceship of a tuner. Looks like it's from outer space. But I mean, it works well. You can see what you're doing. I tend not to tune on stage anyway, but it all works well. I don't use this at all. It's an Ibanez Weeping Demon. I don't really know why it's here, but it must be here for a reason. This Big Shot Abbey, I'm just reading off the front at the moment, but it's I think basically what it does, it helps with getting rid of static and just bad power pollution that makes your sound like shit. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with what I'm using. I prefer to use dark glass shit, but I mean, whatever's appropriate with this band is appropriate with this band, so yeah. Yo, thank you for checking out our gear. I've been Bobby, or Ethan 2 if you want to call me that. And check out our tour dates on alienweaponry.com or Facebook, Alien Weaponry, Instagram, etc. And hope to see you at a show in the future, even if I'm not there.